So step 4 in my 7-step learning program includes 6 drills which address each part of the golf swing. These drills should be learned before moving on to the ball striking drills. You should also have gone through the previous 3 steps of grip, setup, and learning your ideal impact position. So in step 4, drills 1, 2, and 3, basically you think of 1/3 backswing, 2/3, and full, and then learning how to move the club into that proper impact position. Drills 4, 5, and 6 are again just dealing with different swing lengths in the through swing, which is also very important to learning an ideal golf swing. So as we get into this, again, we're always going to want to go back, making sure that we're holding the club. Ideally, that was in step 1, or I'm basically checking to see that I'm set up, that I'm aimed properly. Even doing the drills, I would check my alignment, making sure that I'm set up properly. I got the hips moved over, and I'm getting the arms in the proper position. So I'm gonna go through steps 1, 2, and 3 first. The goal of these drills, though, is always to get into the impact position so that it looks like this. So the grip is leading through impact, making sure that my head is staying in position, my hips are turned. I'm not trying to restrict my feet or keep my feet flat on the ground at any point here. If you tend to come up a little bit more, that's fine. You can see that obviously has nothing to do with making you move up into the golf swing, and it will protect your back from injury since we're able to turn better through the shot as opposed to trying to stay flat on the ground, which will stress the lower back. So for drill 1 then, all we're going to do from our setup position, we're simply going to turn using the legs and make sure the hip turns in. Trailing hip needs to turn in. We don't want it to move out. We don't want the weight going to the outside of the trailing foot, and the head needs to stay in position. So I'm simply going to turn back to this position. You can see my leading knee has come out. The club's here. I haven't done anything with the hands yet, and I'm in this position here. And from here, all I'm going to do is go back to my impact position, trying to get my body there first. So I'm going to feel like I leave the club here in this position as I start moving back to impact, and then as the body turns, it's going to slowly move the club into my impact position. So you want to repeat that drill number 1 a few times. So it's here to here. And then you can move on to drill number 2. In drill number 2, what we're going to do, same procedure. We're going to turn back, but we're going to continue back, so it's going to be about a 2/3 backswing, still making sure that the hip turns in, cocking the wrist, and then from here, we're going to maintain this position. I still feel the upper arm against my body, and from here, what I'm going to do is, again, I'm starting with the legs. I feel like I'm leaving the club here, and I'm going to turn, and that turning is going to bring the club in like this, and then I'm going to let the club release, and there I am at impact. I'm in my impact position, which we learned in step 3. So we'll do that a couple times, again checking the alignment. Drill number 2. So you want to do these drills slowly. For drill number 3, we're just going to make your full backswing. Just going to go back, turning. I'm trying to keep the weight on the inside of my trailing foot, cock the wrist, and then shift, turning the hips. So by the time we get here, I'd like to just stop here for a second and then let the hands release. and the hands should be more opposite your leading leg when we get to impact. And this is one you're going to have to practice a little bit. It's really important to go step by step and get this one correct. As we go into drills 4, 5, and 6, it's going to be the same concept. We want to find our impact position first. We're going to learn how the club should move through and past impact. In this case, I won't use a ball. You could use one and push it out of the way, but you could use a point on the ground. Again, alignment is important. And all we're going to do here, set up position. We're going to turn the body to impact. You could also do drill number 1, find impact here. And so starting from impact for drill 4, all we're going to do is let the club move along the ground here, moving forward until the club head is past the leading toe and in alignment with the leading arm like this or slightly ahead. Our goal is to simply move in drill 4 is to move here, impact, and to here. Just practicing basically a flat spot here to here. Grip would be pointed. You extended the club past the side of the body. I do drill number 4 a couple times. Make sure the leading hip is over the leading foot. And then you can move on to drill 5. On drill number 5, we're going to be moving from our impact position through position in drill 4, through drill 4, and on. Continue rotating, keep the head in position as long as you can, and with the club pointed towards the target in this position and in line with your trailing arm. It shouldn't be up here, it should be right here. And you see my hips have turned more and I'm here in this position. The club, when it's going towards the target, will look like that. It shouldn't be here, it should be in that position. So drill 5, again, impact, turning to here. Aim. So turning, impact to here. That's drill 5, trying to keep the head in position. From there, for drill 6, we'll just continue rotating through, standing up on the leading leg, trying to be balanced towards the target. You can turn your body through to the limit of your flexibility. Don't overstress yourself, but you should see if you're flexible, you can turn through pretty far. If you're not, your finished position will probably have the chest towards the target. See that the trailing foot has come up and it's in this position. When we do drill 6, we're going to go through all, we can do 4, 5, and 6 together. So basically, looks like this. 4, 5, 6. So once you have a good feel for these drills in step 4, you can move on to step 5.